Hola a todos, how to speak Spanish outside of a Spanish-speaking country. Now here's one major problem that I keep hearing about all the time. And has this ever happened to you? So let's say in a restaurant or in a cafe in the country you're living in, for me that's here in Australia, let's say you meet a native speaker and you start trying or you start speaking Spanish, but the native speaker keeps responding to you in English. Now, there are two main reasons why this keeps happening. So what we're going to do is break down these reasons, and then by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do next when this happens again. Let's get into it. The first main reason is that you seem unsure or unconfident when you're speaking in Spanish. Now, bear in mind that most native speakers in this scenario will actually think that they're helping you when they're responding to you in English. The first thing you can do is speak as confidently as you can and as clearly as you can while having good volume. Now, one thing that really worked wonders for me was knowing one simple Spanish phrase that I could say off the top of my head that would really encourage native speakers to communicate back to me in Spanish. For example, I always used to say, "Estoy aprendiendo español. Puedo practicar contigo, por favor." So, estoy aprendiendo español. Puedo practicar contigo, por favor. I am learning Spanish. Can I practice with you, please? This worked 100% of the time for me. But remember, to even have the confidence to approach a conversation with a native speaker in Spanish, you are going to have a base level of Spanish that you can work from first, just to make you feel confident enough to even approach the situation first. So here are some useful basic phrases that really helped me when I first started. ¿Qué significa eso? ¿Qué significa eso? What does that mean? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? Me llamo. Me llamo. My name is. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? ¿Cómo va tu día? ¿Cómo va tu día? How's your day going? The second main reason why native speakers will respond to you in English is when they're not sure whether you understand what they're saying in Spanish. So to give you an example, I was speaking with someone last week from Cuba. Now, he was going back and forth during the conversation between speaking in English and speaking in Spanish. But one thing that I really noticed was when he was speaking a lot faster, or when he was using expressions or slang that were Cuban, when he was unsure if I understood what he was saying, he'd normally say it in Spanish and then repeat it back again in English. The best thing you can do in that scenario is to just keep responding in Spanish as much as you can. So in that particular conversation, I just kept responding in Spanish the whole time, even during the parts of the conversation where he was talking in English. And just be aware that a lot of native speakers are in your country in the first place because they want to learn English. So they might be responding in English for the simple fact they want to get better at the language. Buen trabajo, chicos. Now, if you got any value from this video, please consider liking or subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Hasta pronto.